Tongbao Men! Today is the pivotal moment of pivotal moments. Every entertainment and superstition has its pivotal moment, transforming it either into an art or a science. Miguel de Cervantes transformed the trashy medieval romance into the sophisticated modern novel. Galileo, Kepler, and Newton transformed speculative natural philosophy into rigorous science. But now, in this moment, all of these developments, which created modernity, are raised to an even higher level, ushering in a new historical epoch. And this is achieved through the transformation of our very 21st century medium, the podcast. Podcasts, hitherto, have been little more than slop factories, churning out mind-numbing opium under the guise of long-form content. Today, a new kind of podcast is born. This will not be a mere discussion. This will be a dialectic. And what's more, this dialectic is the dialectic. We have kidnapped the dialectic of history and trapped it in my house so that we can directly channel it. The dialectic has been tied up, gagged, slapped around a bit, and told that we're gonna help it if it just cooperates with us. We have given the dialectic Stockholm Syndrome, and in all fairness, we have treated it pretty well. We even took it for a walk outside to really emphasize that we're being kind. But it was only a short walk because we started to look suspicious, and we didn't want the dialectic to freak out and try and run away or anything. Now, since we have the dialectic held, as such, in captivity, we have achieved full mastery over reality. Who, you must be wondering, are your new masters of reality? My name is Athelfeather. I am a doctor of law and a man of letters. I have failed at everything I have ever attempted. Acting, music, academia, law, literature, and so on, in a process that I like to think of as my own personal dialectic, which has allowed me to achieve unprecedented levels of self-consciousness. I am the victory of absolute Geist. And now, I will allow my co-host to introduce himself.
Thank you very much. I'm Felix. I am a co-conspirator in this kidnapping of the dialectic. And I did enjoy those walks we went on, but I do wish it would shut up sometimes. I'm not a man of letters. I'm a man of science. And yeah, I look forward to worshipping society today.
Absolutely. Well, I think a good way for us to start is for me to run over a list, because like all normal people, I make lists of other people. But I have a list of people
you don't like.
Yes. Well, I've got a list of enemies and a list of friends, and I think it would really help the audience kind of understand where we're coming from and what we stand for if I kind of run over this list, because you have to know who you hate and you have to know who you love.
Yeah. Otherwise, you have to think for yourself, which we don't want.
Yeah. So I'll go over the enemies first.
That's a good way to start, yeah.
Alex O'Connor, aka Cosmic Skeptic, nerd.
Yeah.
Stephen Fry, sketchy.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either.
Yeah.
He has to be on the list.
Yeah, Konstantin kissing guys from Trigonometry, who's a shill. Andrew Gold from Heretics is another shill. Jimmy Carr is just cringe. Stephen Bartlett, lame. Louis Capaldi, really lame. James Acaster, or Acaster, cringe.
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais, tragic. Jacob Rees-Mogg, cringe.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan, dumb.
Joe Rogan, he
Richard
gets his own category. He's just Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
He just has to be on.
Yeah. Richard Dawkins, really dumb. Zabina Hossenfelder, really, really dumb. Kneecap, cringe. The Pope, irrelevant. Joaquin Phoenix, overrated. David Attenborough, old. Matt Lucas, lame. Snoop Dogg, snake. All right, now I'm going to run over our allies.
Yeah,
These are the people we respect and admire, and they're the people I would like to kind of congregate together to form an army of sorts.
Yeah.
So here are our allies. Bonnie Blue, groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate, top G. Matt Hancock, balling. Xi Jinping, auspicious.
Yeah.
Sadhguru, holy. Zahi Hawass, scientific. Dave Rubin, of course. For him, I have one word: ideas. The Menendez brothers, innocent. Bob Villain, martyr. Peter Hitchens, fuming. Joe Biden, experienced. Hunter Biden, really experienced. Dasha Nekrasova, just cool. Sir Keir Starmer,
Yeah, of course.
respect. Abigail Shapiro, great voice.
Yeah.
Michaela Peterson, healthy.
Very healthy.
Jeremy Corbyn, for the passion. So that's basically a quick rundown of what we're for and what we're against. I'm sure it will be very clear to the audience like where we stand.
Yeah. On
politically.
every issue, basically.
Yeah, we're very consistent in our beliefs. But you might think, oh, that's not very consistent. You've got people from like the same side on different, in different sides. But to that I say, you need to learn your dialectics, buddy, because we are, as the tagline I came up with for this show says, we are skits casting from deep within the dialectic's innermost contradiction.
Yeah.
We're right there in some kind of anti-reality, which I seem to have kind of worked myself into through some kind of process of mental gymnastics. But yeah,
and we're off the grid, but we also aren't off the grid.
Yeah,
that's the kind of the vibe.
We're the gap between being off the grid and being on the grid. The way that those two ideas can't really coexist. We're that unhealthy. Grid. Yeah. We are the grid and the anti-grid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, what we're going to do in this show is we're going to cover the news. We're going to give it our interpretations as men of vast knowledge. Yeah. We will kind of present the news in ways that I think are being neglected or perhaps just haven't really been discovered by the layman or, the media. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much it, really. I think we should get started with the news of the week. It's been quite a good week, actually, to start this. We had the Mamdani victory in New York.
Yes, yeah.
Which is a big event.
Big event.
He beat Chris Cuomo and Curtis Silva, who seemed to be like, the fun candidate. You seen any of the debates, Felix?
I haven't seen any of the debates. I have done a bit of reading. I mean, Chris Cuomo, wasn't he? So he was done for, was it sexual assault or was he? He was
accused. I think he paid them off or something. I don't really know.
That's what you have to do.
Yeah,
as a politician,
kind of the Michael Jackson.
You can sleep in a bed with children. Doesn't mean you did anything.
You can build an entire fairground in your backyard to lure them in.
Yeah, but then you play on it with them, and then it's not weird, right? And you give everyone millions of dollars, and have a little go on my kids.
That's socialism.
Yeah. Jeremy Corbyn, friend of the show, would very much be into that.
Well, so maybe Mamdani's a bit of a hypocrite because he was running against a real socialist in Chris Cuomo, who was distributing funds to his victims.
His victims. Yeah, he was redistributing his wealth.
Literally.
And not just his wealth, he was redistributing his body too, which is nice.
Yeah, and presumably his semen and and the various homunculi that are stored within his semen. Lots of little Chris Cuomo's, his humoral, transmissions. So we had that. We had a stabbing in Cambridge, which is probably a bit dark, so I'll just kind of
gloss over that one. That's just something funny to say. More humours being shed, I suppose.
Yes. Ricky Gervais, related. Did you see his advert that got banned on the tube?
No.
So he tried to get this advert on the tube, and it was him wearing a stab vest with I think he was making a toast, and it said "Welcome to London. Make sure you wear your stab vest."
Classic.
And then obviously they didn't run it on the tube.
No.
And then he blamed it on, quote, the powers that be.
Yeah.
So there you go. Ricky Gervais once again sticking it up for the man from his mansion in Hampstead.
Yeah, I mean, the powers that be also tried to stop the guy stabbing a bunch of people on the train. So,
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. Frankly, we should just be
Which
allowed
is
to do
really-
whatever we want.
well, that's how you let the dialectic grow. Because if you have, on the one hand, people complaining about the stabbing, it's only right to follow the contradiction through to have another group of people actually being able to do the stabbing.
Yeah.
You have to. This is what we call accelerationism. Yeah. So there was that. Wandsworth Prison. Some
Yes.
southeast stuff. They released 2 inmates by accident.
Yeah. Bringing the total to like almost 300 people in a year, which is really good,
Oh wow! It reminded me of that bit in Brass Eye when they put the paedophile on the rocket.
On the rocket. Yeah.
Yeah, and
the
they
last
leave,
thing
and
we
they
wanted to
leave a
happen.
kid. Yeah.
I mean, it's just so utterly ridiculous. I mean, a few of them even turned themselves back in. They were like, oh well, but I'll just
Did they
go
actually?
back, I guess. Yeah, they were like, well, fuck it. They chased this other guy down. It took a week to find him. And they were like, well, I guess we'll just go back then. It was nice while it lasted. Have a quick fag outside the prison and get back in.
I always thought it'd be really cool to go to prison and then have a breakout.
Yeah.
I always thought doing a jailbreak must be like one of the coolest things you could do in your life. But then I always felt kind of postmodern disenchantment because I always assumed like it's not really possible anymore. And in a sense,
yeah.
it's true because you can't really break out with like you can't do the classic like spooning through the wall.
Dig a tunnel, yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of walk out and they let you.
Now they just give you a piece of paper that says you can leave. And then a week later they send you another letter that says, actually, wait, you can't leave. Can you please come back?
I think there was a POW. I think there was a POW in World War II, a British guy, like an officer, who managed to escape from captivity. And he got asked how you did it. And he said, I walked out. Like, I think he actually...
I'm sure it's slightly more involved, but not today. It's not more involved today. You do just literally leave. I mean, you have to imagine, surely they have a list that says, so-and-so in prison for 20 years, don't release until this date. And how do you fuck that up so badly? I mean,
it's the clerical error of all clerical errors.
It really is, yeah. Oh, rapist, yeah, you can go, mate.
Well, it's actually... For me, this is like, I can really understand both sides because on the one hand, I've worked in various admin roles and I've made a ton of clerical errors.
Yeah.
So I get how that happens. But I've also left work very early, when I'm not allowed to and just kind of walked out and managed to get away with it by just kind of standing upright and looking like I know what I'm doing.
But you're meant to be leaving, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that has actually worked. So
and offices are like prisons in that they're meant to keep you there for a certain amount of time. And so you just
exactly.
You've actually proved that it's very easy to escape from prison.
Exactly. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got that. Also, Google reportedly blocked 749 million Anna's archive URLs, which is very sad.
This is sad.
Here's something. I would like to say this. We are an anti-intellectual property podcast. That's what we're going for. We don't like copyright. We don't believe in it. So I'm very angry about this. I'm very angry, in fact. That website is like my lifeline.
Yeah, I mean, whatever people try and do on the internet to block things, it never actually works. So you can still access Anna's archive with no problem. But
That's
it is funny when they
sketchy
try.
thing for you to say.
No, well, whatever you can try and get on the internet, there's always a way to find it. It reminds me of when the government tried to block all those porn sites, and you had to enter your credit card information to prove your age. And then they released a dossier of all the porn sites you could still access, and published it on the government website, saying, please don't go and look at these websites. They're awful, and you can access them for free.
It's like Jeff Goldblum's line in Jurassic Park when he says like nature always finds a way.
Yeah, the porn sites are breeding.
Yeah,
and filming it.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of are. Like, I guess there's an evolution to pornography over time.
Yeah, of course. As
You
with
know,
anything.
algorithmically guided evolution. Yeah, as the great general human subject kind of explores itself sexually,
Yeah.
and kind of flushes out what it really likes. I guess that's part of the dialectic of history as well.
The weirdest thing is all these like YouTube algorithms that suggest videos. Like they're pretty good at doing it, right? So you imagine
Yeah.
you go onto a porn website and it starts suggesting the weirdest shit to you, and you're like, hang on, it knows more about me than I do.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
they sell that to Google, and you're forced to become a slave. Otherwise, they'll
yeah.
tell your mother what you've been watching.
A techno peasant, as it
Yeah,
were.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's
Enforced
how it
slavery
works.
via black. It's basically just blackmail.
Well, yeah, it's indentured servitude, but instead
Yeah,
of it
exactly.
being debt, it's like, yeah, it's kind of moral debt. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting
Wow.
it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, I'm a man of letters and a
Mm.
doctor of law. Yeah. We got the Green Party, Bristol Green Party. Big up
Yeah,
Bristol,
big
my
up.
hometown now. Yeah, who just kind of, well, actually did the same thing I was talking about doing.
Yeah,
Jobs in the past. They just kind of walked out.
they just left. Yeah,
They just left. I don't know what they. I just wanted to know what they were doing after they left, and they probably went to just pick up and like blaze at home because it
yeah.
is, you know,
We should
Bristol
we should
Green Party.
contextualize it, right? Some woman was concerned about women in women only spaces and transgender people entering them, and the Greens just left.
They just
So
got
yeah,
up and left.
they were like, well, fuck this, I guess.
Yeah.
It's almost it's almost Christmas. They're probably filled with jolly festive spirit, and they wanted to go and celebrate.
Well, it is kind of, it's like a scenario, you know, we men often end up in where there's a woman just kind of complaining to you about
Yeah,
something. And the best
yeah.
thing to do is to just kind of leave, you know,
Just
so you
walk
don't
away.
end up like getting hurt or anything, you know. It's really self-defense.
Yeah, or going into prison and walking out.
Yeah, yeah. That's
In
that's a
fact,
good theme.
yeah, yeah. Going into prison is actually an alternative to any of these situations.
Yeah, that's true. That's
And you
true.
can leave whenever you like now. So, you know.
And then there's the thing you told me about with the Louvre. Would you like
Yes, yes. Yeah, so it's been revealed after obviously this Louvre burglary that security chiefs went round 10 years ago and found that the password for the Louvre security system was Louvre, which is sort of, it's literally like something out of a cartoon or comedy, except it's not funny. Well, it is actually, I think. It's actually funnier
It is.
than if it was a
It's
comedy show.
France.
And it's real, which is even more concerning.
How long was it? Did you say 10 years or
I
something?
think it was revealed like 10 years ago. Security experts went in and pointed out that you maybe shouldn't have the name of the place you're protecting. It's the name of your security system as your password.
And they just ignored that.
They were like, whatever. It's
Yeah,
the
they just
Louvre.
Very belligerent people in that country, I have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, there was another French thing in the headlines, wasn't there? There was something about
Sheen,
oh yeah,
the kitty
Sheen.
dolls.
Yeah, they've had trouble in France because so many French people have been ordering realistic child-sized sex dolls from Shein.
Yeah. Yeah, which is not good. And
Yeah,
the French banned it, which is ridiculous, you know.
yeah. I mean, that's not very French. I'm sure all the public intellectuals in France will chime in and sign a petition or something
To get them
they
back
did in
on
the
there, yeah.
70s. Yeah, yeah. When they, in the 70s, when the age of consent in France was like 14, and they signed a petition to get it abolished.
Get it even lower. Yeah.
Yeah, and it
This
was
is
literally like
ridiculous.
every French intellectual. It's like all of them. Yeah. You know that woman who was claiming to be Madeleine McCann? Did you hear about
Yes,
that?
yeah.
She
And she
been
keeps
found guilty.
harassing. She's found guilty of what?
I think she was found guilty of harassment.
Yeah, because she keeps like messaging the parents and her sister, being like, "It's me, it's definitely me," and it turns out
Yeah.
it isn't. It's definitely
Yeah,
not.
they did like a DNA test, didn't they,
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
And then the final kind of headline that I've got is the death of James Watson. I guess this kind of
Yes.
bleeds into the science news.
Into the science side, yeah.
Yeah.
Good old
James
James
Bates Watson.
James, friend of the show. Posthumous friend of the show.
James, the original Groiper, who kind of, discovered DNA when he was 24 and then kind of just spent the rest of his life puzzling over like racial IQ statistics.
Yeah, and women, and being like, basically, if you're not James Watson, you're genetically retarded. I think
is that the point it was going for?
I think so. He may have dressed it up as if you're black, you're stupid, or if you're a woman, you're stupid. But he basically said it about everyone, such that if you're not James Watson, you're retarded.
All right. Oh, so we've lost our only kind of hope, really. We've lost the only high IQ person now.
The highest IQ, and everyone clapped when he went into that pub and said that he'd discovered DNA. And do you know who else was in that pub? Albert Einstein. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, crazy, huh? He used to... James Watson definitely went around saying that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big discovery, massive discovery. But then, after he went around saying that black people are, like, biologically stupid, obviously no one liked him anymore. And he started, like, doing interviews where he claimed he was an unperson and that he'd basically been cancelled. I mean, God knows why. He had to sell his Nobel Prize. Really sad story. God. So if you win a Nobel Prize, don't go around being a massive racist.
Yeah. When was he born? Like a very long time ago.
I mean, I think the discovery was in the 50s, so probably in like...
He was in his 20s.
In the 30s or late 20s,
yeah. Yeah. Well, white Americans from that time really, really were of a certain
they really liked black people.
Ilk. Yeah. So yeah, R.I.P. James Watson. With qualifications.
And on this day of remembrance, we should remember massive racist James Watson.
Yeah, absolutely. What is it? Oh, it's the 9th. It's the 9th.
It is. It's Remembrance Sunday.
Is it?
Oh
my God, I didn't even know that. How unpatriotic.
This is the dialectic,
I can't believe I've been insulting the French on the day to commemorate the war where we shed blood with our French brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably the last time they were cool.
Yeah, I think it definitely was the last time they were cool.
They really fell off after that.
Now look at them, banning baby sex dolls.
Yeah, that's just... whatever happened to liberté?
Yeah. Egalite, everyone has to be equal, including children, which is why they have to be able to consent. And vote.
I mean, this is the home of the Marquis de Sade. This is like, that's like their whole thing. That's kind of their contribution to history more than anything else. Yeah, not Napoleon, but he's really French, so...
Yeah. Shall we move from child sex dolls into human robot people?
Yes, please.
Awful segment.
Please tell us about the robots.
Yeah, the robots are coming, undoubtedly, and they're coming to clean your homes. But no doubt soon you will be making them come. I think is definitely where this is going to go. So yeah, there's been two big announcements. There's the Figure 03, which is a humanoid robot which can, I don't know, badly fold your clothes and look pretty cool when it tells you to fuck off out of their hotel that it's working in, and tell homeless people that they can't use the toilet. And then there's the Neo home robot. So the Neo is definitely the most... I think it's the most production ready looking one. They say that it will be ready next year, I think. They don't say when next year. US deliveries starting in 2026. So you can pay $20,000 to own it, or you can pay $500 a month to subscribe, because it has to be a subscription service.
No way.
Yeah, so it's $500 a month subscription service. And yeah, it will apparently clean your home. They've put out loads of videos, but all the videos seem to just have people controlling them via VR and still not being able to load a dishwasher.
So it's not as automated as they're
I
saying.
think they're making it... Yeah, apparently it says it works autonomously by default, but for any chore it doesn't know, you can schedule an expert to guide it. So an expert on dishwashing will come and wash the dishes as the robot. So don't wank while this robot is doing a chore it's not done before, because someone is definitely going to be like washing the pots and look around and see you doing some weird shit and undoubtedly it's going to sell that data to someone, probably Pornhub.
So what this really is basically, so there probably isn't at all automated, and it's basically just a bunch of people doing slavery via VR.
Yeah, it's like telly slavery.
Yeah, I mean, how much, if it was legal to own people, how much would a person cost now? What would you think would be the average kind of price for like a household slave? Who's like,
I mean, okay, so this robot slave is $500 a month, right?
Mm-hmm. I feel like a human would be cheaper.
Slave would be way cheaper. Yeah, I mean, building a robot. Yeah, I mean, they basically do that anyway, and you pay what, like £2 for delivery to get someone to drive from a restaurant to your house.
So I'm not sure this is really economically efficient.
No, but morally it's fine because it's a robot until they start thinking and start killing people. They weigh like I think they said they weigh 60 pounds. I don't know what that is in
I'm gonna be honest, I can't do weight measurements. It
weighs 30 kilos apparently. So
there's
like
no
half
point
of a human.
It's going. I can't process that kind of understanding. I mean, this is why I don't understand physics.
Yeah,
at any level.
That's fair enough. I mean, understanding mass is a fairly complex.
It's pretty rudimentary.
So this is really weird, right? So this home robot. So the Figure 03. We've both seen the videos, right? You've seen you've seen how it mounts in your house. It like has the dock that it sits on.
Yeah.
Well, this Neo one, they've gone for a more rustic look, and it's literally a wall plug, but it's made of like cork, so it's really rustic. Wow. So they're clearly going for more of a less futuristic-y vibe,
like a lo-fi kind of thing.
Yeah, like a lo-fi beats to clean the house.
Like a ham radio kind of look.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? Because you know the early radios, they look pretty shit because people have just discovered how radios work. We don't have big transistors and things. But robots are so futuristic. We're not going. I mean, what are robots in the future going to look like? They're going to have massive tits, obviously.
Yes. What accent are they going to have? That's kind of
true. I mean, you don't want to say it, do you? But it's going to be Indian.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just more comforting, especially to a British person.
Oh yeah, very familiar, but not too familiar that you feel like you've enslaved another British person.
One of your own.
Yeah.
So,
that one's for the Reform voters.
Yeah. So this is the Neo Reform, which is obviously has a massive St George's cross on it, and will listen to all of your insane views. But obviously, I mean, look, Hitler distributed radios, right? Built autobahns. So Reform distribute the Neo home robot, so that and you could have it talk like Nigel Farage, and it'll smoke with you, and it'll bring you a beer. You know, it's great. I mean, this is going to be fantastic.
I do like that our most right-wing party is called Reform.
Yeah.
It's like doesn't make any sense.
I mean, they're basically
they should call it like going back.
Yeah, going back to the 40s. You know, but if you call it National Socialism, people will be like, hang on. I don't know, actually, will they? Will people realise if you call it National Socialism?
Well, increasingly, I mean, I saw, you know that like left-wing YouTube channel Politics Joe, and it's some like they're like pro-Green Party kind of thing, but they do like man on the street kind of interviews where they go to like you know reform areas and they'll like ask people, and they started interviewing a guy. I mean, it's cherry picked, but it was really funny because the guy started talking about like immigration, and he was saying like you know just the same kind of stuff that they will say, you know, nothing shocking. And then they asked him some question, and he went, well, as Adolf Hitler said. He just started quoting Mein Kampf.
I mean, he was so right. You know, have you not read this? You've got to read this book.
Political mastermind who...
So, I mean...
Actually,
go on.
This morning I started my day off reading about the Battle of Berlin. It's always like a good way to start the day. Yeah, I mean, the more I grow up, the more bizarre I realize it really was, you know, like the fact that he was just kind of there, like, you know, they were like
Hitler.
Yeah, like they were like lobbing waters over his head. It's like, and he was just like
where else is he going to go?
raging. It's just raging in a bunker. It's such a funny way for it to end.
Raging really hard. And getting married to Eva Braun before he shot himself.
Yeah. He was a romantic, you know.
Beautiful
He had a
way to
romantic
go,
touch.
As the Russians are
Yeah.
closing in. Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
the other big science news story, of course,
Yeah.
is the Three-Eye Atlas.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's very strange. It's hurtling through our solar system. It keeps changing color like some kind of cosmic Rachel Dolezal. Yeah.
So what is it? Tell me more about it.
It's a comet. Okay, this is what I think. Here's the thing. I just said I don't know physics. So take everything I say with a pinch of salt.
Yeah,
Or
okay.
several. But basically it's a comet that's come from I think the edge of the galaxy, like one of the, you know, really far out bits. And it's got a strange kind of trajectory through our solar system.
Yeah.
And you know, like a parabola, but it's like a weird one, and it keeps the trajectory keeps kind of shifting in ways that scientists wouldn't usually expect. And it also keeps changing color, which is something to do with the chemical composition, or like the heat, you know, that kind of stuff. But I'm more interested in like the kind of cultural phenomenon of this, you know, or like why do people care so much about this? And it's all because of this one guy, Avi Loeb.
Yeah.
You heard of him?
I've not, no.
So he's an Israeli scientist who I think he works at Harvard or Princeton. I think it's Harvard. But he started, like a couple of years ago, he started this kind of academic initiative to set up like sensors all over the planet in different places to look out for unidentified aerial phenomena. UAPs, or as we used to call them, UFOs. And to be honest, I'm really cynical about this because I've noticed there's this new way for scientists to get money, right?
Yeah.
And maybe you'll understand.
Maybe I'll look into this.
Yeah. Or maybe you're already doing it.
Yeah.
But basically, academia doesn't pay that well, right?
No.
And what I've noticed is that there are increasingly, and I kind of blame Joe Rogan for this, there are increasingly scientists who align themselves in like a populist kind of way,
Yeah.
as railing against some kind of academic establishment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the best ways you can do this is by being some kind of pro-alien
Yeah.
scientist. So because the people who are into UFO stuff, they really don't like the establishment, and they really do think that you know, there's some kind of cabal hiding this knowledge that we're being visited. And he's basically the guy, from what I understand, most physicists that are looking at Three-Eye Atlas aren't really they think they've got explanations for why it's got these unusual properties, and he didn't even really disagree with that, but like he's just keeps hyping up. He did the same thing with the Oumuamua thing that went through our solar system before. I feel like this is going to happen every time a comet goes through our solar system.
Absolutely.
Because
I think
great,
I have heard of him about the Oumuamua stuff, because he was saying that it was like floating in a weird way, and maybe it's an alien spaceship and all this bullshit.
Yeah, his theory was that it was like a propeller that had broken off of a spacecraft. And flipping through space. It's like, you know, it all seems a bit desperate, you know, like you're clutching straws.
But
actually this morning, go on.
I was just going to say, this grift is so easy because unlike a lot of other bullshit science grifting, there probably are aliens out there. The universe is fucking massive. We're here, so it's happened once. There's no reason why it can't happen anywhere else. So you can say, yeah, there's aliens out there. I've got a PhD. And you don't even have to be a bullshit like flat earth grifter or anti-vax grifter. You can just say, yeah, aliens are real. We've probably seen them because just law of large numbers. They've probably come.
I think he has been on. I think he has been on the Joe Rogan podcast.
If he hasn't, Joe Rogan is slipping.
Yeah.
He's surely been on.
Actually, this morning I saw a good headline about the Three Eye Atlas thing, which
Yeah.
was Three Eye Atlas image released by Japanese space agency. Interstellar comet's shocking visual sparks global interest. So what
Hentai.
it claims is no, what it claims basically in this article is that sources have revealed that the Japanese space agency have created a scientifically accurate picture of Three Eye Atlas, and the picture. I mean, the listeners at home won't be able to see it, but you know, it just looks like a spaceship.
That is actually just a spaceship.
Yeah, but then I looked at what the source was, and it was from Twitter, and it's not actually it's not the Japanese government. It's a guy called @NY Crypto King.
God.
So,
No, that
so
seems completely legitimate.
yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Because
I don't know.
Oumuamua looked just like that. It's basically just a flat
The cigar
disc
shape.
sort of
That's
thing.
the
Yeah, like
classic.
a flat
The
cigar.
cigar shape. That's one of the main categories of UFOs that people talk about. You know that the autistic guy who hacked into NASA like in 2002 or whatever.
Yeah,
He
I think
like
so.
he actually did it by guessing their password. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, which is NASA.
Yeah, I think it was something dumb like that. It was like 1, 2, 3. But, yeah, no, he was an English guy, cool guy. Yeah, autistic guy who he managed to get onto the fucking like the NASA server, and the way he was doing it, I'm not a tech guy, but I guess technically I am, but I'm not. I'm like a tech guy in a salesy kind of way.
Yeah.
But he went on and he was just like he just had access to one of their computers at NASA, and at nighttime he'd go on. So what would happen within NASA is this desktop computer at NASA would just like turn on at night, and then there'd just be a mouse, just like just a cursor moving around the
yeah.
screen, clicking and stuff. And he opened he went into like one of their images folders, and like he found like what he said was a picture of a cigar shaped UFO. And at one point, actually, an employee who was walking through the office saw that this computer was just like autonomously, doing this. And he sat down and like opened up the notepad and like typed in a message saying like, "Who are you? What are you doing?" And then this British guy, just started having a conversation with him and like claimed to be like a cybersecurity guy who was just like checking it out, making sure everything was all right.
It's a good excuse, isn't it?
He was like going on it for months. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, that's Three Eye Atlas.
I mean, the thing about all of this is, if aliens had been here, we would know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, SETI exists to find aliens. Every scientist wants to be the one to be James Watson, not with the hating black people part, but everyone wants to be getting a Nobel Prize. The first person to find proof of aliens will get their name will be known. If we'd done it by now,
like the most famous person.
Yeah, someone would have said, "Whoa, we found aliens."
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at the WOW signal or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
The radio transmission from space. It's the same sort of thing. It's just
the problem is
fucking load of it's such a load of bullshit.
Well, the problem is like there's the hypothesis that aliens have been coming here, and it's like, okay, well, there's no evidence for that.
Yeah.
But then the response is, oh, it's because they're so advanced that they have like cloaking devices and stuff. And it's like, okay, well, you can't disprove that, can you?
It's
like,
that's like religion at that
completely. It's completely unfalsifiable hypothesis. So like, there's not really any point talking about it. It's like it just becomes meaningless.
Yeah, if they've come here, we can't see them, and they've not done anything.
Yeah,
what's the point? It doesn't matter.
Do you know what my favorite political ideology is? There's a type of, it's called Posadism.
Okay.
And it's a South American, I can't remember which country it comes from, but it comes from South America, and it's a variant of Marxism, which claims that if there is an alien civilization out there that's more advanced than us, it will have progressed to the communist stage of history, which means that it is the responsibility of communists on Earth to try and communicate with aliens and to try and find them. So it's like a really cool sci-fi version of Marxism, where the goal shifts like actual revolution and towards just kind of like trying to find aliens to assist
colonizing
us
space.
process Aryan revolution. Yeah. Well, no, not colonizing space, because it would be communizing space.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Communizing space.
The aliens are communists, and they've all read Das Kapital
Yeah,
and
of
stuff.
course.
Or presumably they've got their own version of Das Kapital, which was
Fleet
written by some
Corps,
yeah
Das
intergalactic Marx. Yeah. Yeah, I like that ideology. I think that's one of the better ones, and I think the more ideologies we can have that can kind of incorporate aliens into it, I think the better, because we can't do it with God and angels anymore.
No,
Like I feel like
no, we
people
need
aren't
to.
buy that, so we gotta go kind of Dune with it. So,
Exactly. That's exactly what we should
yeah.
do. Yeah.
Yeah. And then another bit of science news was that Chinese astronauts have successfully grilled meat in space.
Yes, excellent.
Yeah, we could. There's all kinds of stuff you could say about that one.
Yeah, there's all sorts of animals people have chucked up there.
There's a lot going.
There's a lot going up there. There's a lot. There's lots.
Well.
Yeah, I mean, there's people up there.
Space
Dogs,
products.
cats,
Yeah.
monkeys. It's a veritable feast in space.
Aliens.
Aliens.
Yeah.
That's how we'll know when we're out there, when we start grilling aliens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or when we start fucking them. I
it's gonna
can't
be
wait
one or the
till
other.
the moral conundrums we're going to have when we do actually come into contact with aliens. They're going to be amazing. It's going to be.
That is like something that
Do
will
they have
unite.
human rights?
They have
not
alien
human.
rights. We have enough trouble with fucking aliens on this planet as it is. People don't even like the word alien. Sorry, not to
You talk about illegal aliens.
Yeah, yeah. People,
Yeah.
everyone says, "Oh, you can't say that." So when actual aliens come
Mm-hmm.
on their small ships, small spaceships,
Yeah.
what's going to happen then?
They're good. There is going to be some kind of sex between them and human. I know enough about human nature to know that.
Yeah, I feel as though District 9 is probably one of the more accurate possibilities.
I've not seen District 9. Is it a film?
It is. It's set in South Africa, and aliens
right.
live in ghettos in South Africa, and sort of bang South African prostitutes and eat cat food, and everyone doesn't like them.
So the point is, like, even that South Africans are so racist that if they had aliens, they would put them in ghettos.
Yeah, they just have to go in the ghettos. They don't even have a choice, and people
And
only
it's
tolerate
about-
them because they have like guns and hover ships and all sorts of things that the aliens will buy or will sell in exchange for cat food and whores.
This sounds like a really racist metaphor.
It definitely is just a metaphor. It's the same guy who did Chappie, I think. So
It's like one of those metaphors where it's like well intentioned but ends up just being more offensive.
Yeah, the aliens are really horrible. They're really unpleasant.
It's like that John Lennon song where he clearly set out to make a feminist song and then he ended up just making a racist song instead.
I think we know what song you're referring to. If it is meant to be a parallel of racism, then he shouldn't have made the aliens so disgusting. Because you're like, they're horrible. They're like big fish prawn aliens.
You see what I mean?
And then the main character is like a nice South African official, and he has to go around and abort horrible alien babies and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, great film. That's the God worshipping cinema. Their segment. New segment come in. Film review.
What kind of accent are the aliens?
God, I don't remember. It's been a while. They either have a really harsh South African accent or they just sort of babble. I don't remember. They speak Xhosa, of course.
Do they have like a Joburg, like a De Antwoord kind of accent?
That's why he explored it in Chappie, because that had De Antwoord in it. I don't know if you've seen that one either.
I haven't, but I think I remember like seeing like a decade ago seeing a Vice documentary about De Antwoord, and like there were clips of them in a film, so like an action film. So
it is. They're like gangsters and a police robot. It's set in the future again, and a police robot. They find a broken police robot and rebuild it and turn him into a gangster, a South African gangster.
That's really fucking dumb.
It's really weird. It's not the best film in the world, but yeah.
So yeah, that's. Have you got any more science headlines to to
No,
update
no.
the
I
people.
mean, all I would ask you is, would you get one of these house cleaning robots, if you could?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My house is a fucking mess. I need one. This is I was born at the right time, because I hate cleaning.
When they get a
Uh,
bit better, I think I might. My house is too small for a house cleaning robot.
yeah, I also don't have any money.
Yeah,
Uh,
of course.
so to give the audience some idea, I'm gonna open my banking app right now and just see how much I've got in there.
Very, very good.
This is what we call a flex. So I'm opening it up. I have minus £8 and 20 pence. So
Excellent.
I'm in debt.
But you can lease one of these robots, and you can earn more money while it does your chores.
Oh.
But there's going to be robo pimps, surely, right? When we have sex robots.
I'm looking forward to this kind of returning us to ancient Athens in like a technological way, because their economy was just a slave society where
Yeah.
slaves were the most important commodity to own. And I have the feeling it basically history. This is what I think. History goes in like reverse. It like reverses itself. So you start off with slave society, and then that morphs into feudalism,
Yeah.
right? And then that morphs into capitalism. But then capitalism creates the internet, so it morphs into techno-feudalism. And then from that, it morphs back into techno-slave society, where
Yeah.
it's just robots doing all the work for us. That's kind of the direction we're going in. So we're gonna have, and you know what? This is perfect, because if you look at what like literature was like in a slave society, they weren't writing much of it down. This, the dominant form of literature in like archaic Greece or whatever was oral literature, and that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah. We just
This
haven't
is a
had the technology to
platonic.
record it.
Yeah, I'm like Socrates, and
Yeah.
yeah,
I am your Plato.
yeah.
Recording your words for all to hear.
And and on the point of my wisdom, I guess we could move to my Athelfeather's aphorisms
Yeah.
segment. I got a few aphorisms, which just means like a little bit of wisdom. What have I got here? This is just stuff I put down on my notes app on my phone. And it's just whatever pops into my head, whatever kind of genius little thought I have at that moment. So what do we got? How about a gay couple that are waiting for marriage?
Yeah.
There you go.
Just great.
How about this? Non-crime hate incident sounds like a term the Japanese government would use when skirting around an apology for the brutal massacre of women and children in China.
Yeah.
But they call everything incidents.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Part of that
it's like
prosperity incident.
the Marco Polo Bridge non-crime hate incident. I think the UK government's taken a leaf out of Japan's book.
Yeah.
And kind of, yeah.
But the
Just
question
call
is,
it
who
an
is our China? I guess it is China.
I think we should all just start calling everything incidents.
The third
America should
opium
be-
incident.
the Nagasaki incident,
Yeah, the bomb incident.
the Second World incident.
Civil
There's another
incidents.
Japanese.
Oh,
I've got
good,
another
yeah.
Japanese
A
thing.
recurring
Yeah,
theme.
do you-
Recurring theme.
yeah. Do you think that during the Nanjing massacre there was a small reaction cam bubble showing the faces of Japanese people laughing in a TV studio?
That's awful.
Because you know how like that's like all that TV.
Yeah, they love that shit. People shouting.
What have we got here? You're on the spectrum. I am the spectrum. How about that?
That's great. That's really good.
Yeah, I am the spectrum.
Was that RFK?
No, that wasn't meant to be. But I guess RFK does kind of sound like
Like the
what's his
Emperor.
name, Palpatine. That one I probably shouldn't say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them
How
should
about
stay
this?
in the drafts.
Interview with a Vampire, but they both look like Nosferatu.
I do really like that one.
That one's a good one. I like that. Yeah. Have you seen Interview with a Vampire?
I've not, no.
Do you know kind of what it is? Like,
Yeah.
It's like a queer baiting kind of, it's like homoerotic, like suggestively but not explicitly homoerotic for a female audience. It begs the question of why I've watched it.
You just got to take in as much media as you can,
Yeah,
the
that's the
media, which is fine.
Don't do that on the internet, though. I would say
take in all the media you can. Oh no.
Yeah, no.
You'll end up starting a podcast.
Yes, yeah. You'll break your brain. You'll one-shot your brain. That's what they call it.
You'll be chopped.
That's what they call it. When that's what they were saying when Luigi Mangione shot the healthcare guy. They were saying like because he'd like done ayahuasca or something not long before, so they said that he like one-shotted his brain.
He really, and the guy who shot Charlie Kirk. That guy was skit.
Was he a psychonaut?
I don't think so. I think he was just a gamer. And obviously, as Hillary Clinton said, video games cause violence as sure as lead causes retardation or something. I'm paraphrasing slightly, but
did she say that? Yeah,
definitely. As much as lead causes
cause violence, like lead causes retardation.
Causes retard.
I can't do a Hillary Clinton. I can't remember how she sounded even.
No, it's not worth remembering really. All I remember is Pokemon Go to the polls.
I remember when she was on it was either the Breakfast Club or something. It was like a show for an African American audience, and all the hosts were Black Americans, and they asked her like, "What's one thing you can't go without? What's one thing you always have in your handbag?" And she was like, "Hot sauce."
And they were like, "No, it's definitely not."
I think it was Charlemagne the God was hosting. He was like, "Now people are going to say that you're pandering," and she was like, "Well, is it working?"
Oh, good old Hillary.
Yeah. I'm trying to. What was
Got to end on a real zinger here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my notes. God, I can't say most of these.
Gotta find
you know who Hermes Trismegistus is?
No.
You know the Egyptian god Thoth? So basically in antiquity, the Greeks, after they conquered Egypt, they kind of synthesized Hermes with Thoth.
Yeah.
And they called him thrice great Hermes, or Hermes Trismegistus. And then these magical papyri, these magical texts started circulating that were supposedly written by Hermes Trismegistus. And they became the foundations of alchemy and stuff like that, And for some reason, if you go on Substack and places like that, there's a lot of there's been a kind of a resurgence in interest in alchemy and stuff. But it's some kind of techno alchemy, So people are like, whoa, if you think about it, computers are alchemy because it's we're making silicon into a mind or something,
we're turning rocks and electricity into thoughts.
Yeah, but I had an idea for a short story I was going to write as a man of letters about one of these kind of techno alchemist substackers who they get disenchanted and they go out onto the streets and it's raining and it's really dismal, and then they encounter a wise old man with a scraggly beard or whatever, and he says to the guy I know that you're a fellow kind of seeker of wisdom, and I've got someone I'd like you to meet. And the guy says, who is this? And the homeless guy says, it's Hermes Trismegistus. I found him. Come with me and I'll show you him. And he leads him down an alleyway, and the guy's like, why are you leading me down an alleyway? This is kind of weird, are you sure Hermes Trismegistus is here? And the guy's like, yes, come. And then he takes him to the end of the alleyway, and he's like, behold, Hermes Trismegistus. And it's a dead pigeon. That's the story.
That's very good.
Yeah. How are we doing for time? When did we start?
We're almost at an hour, so I think we can wrap it up now.
Hell yeah, episode 1 of God Worshipping Society. Thank you for joining us, guys. Like and share. If you don't, your mother will die in her sleep tonight. So you have to. You have no choice, really, unless you want to be responsible for the death of, well, for matricide.
And it will be your fault because we said so.
Yes. So we'll the next episode will be coming out in a week. We're going to do this on a weekly basis. Keeping up with the dialectic and channeling it directly, furthering human wisdom and raising podcasts to the status of a science. So thank you very much, and have a good week, guys.
Take care.